little girl. Fucking, I love her sass.
Are we really alone in the galaxy? Infinite stars surround our world, and aeons ago, intelligent life must have emerged somewhere and
What the
slowly
fuck?
evolved into a spacefaring society. Like us, surely these beings would have been drawn to explore.
Ooh.
So then, where is everyone? Is it simply the nature of intelligent life to destroy?
Whoa.
And maybe the only signs of life they're able to send are in a brief window before that world perishes. Still, no one has come, and no radio signals can be detected across our silent galaxy. Could civilizations ever cross thousands of light years and find more than alien graves? Maybe it's just pure luck that greed or catastrophe have not yet ended our species. Can we make the right choices? Might we learn from our mistakes? Will you overcome the Fermi paradox? The Fermi paradox.
What is that? Define Fermi paradox. Named after Italian-American physicist Enrico Fermi, is the apparent contradiction between the lack of evidence for extraterrestrial life and various high estimates for their probabilities. Okay. Got it. Still in development, blah, blah, blah. It's actually at a reasonable volume. I thought I was going to have to turn it down, which is why I immediately went to the settings. But it's nice. Welcome to the Gamescom demo of the Fermi Paradox. The game is also available in early access on Steam. Observe two advanced civilizations living light years apart in our galaxy. They're called humans and the Prun, and they are unaware of each other's existence. Both wondering if they are alone in the universe. Can you establish contact between the two species? Content warning. This game is about the rise and fall of civilization. Okay, I didn't get to read all of it, but that's fine. Fucking piece of garbage. No, the Fermi paradox is simply the note of the contradiction between the high probability that there is other life in the universe and the lack of evidence for it. It's basically saying, fucking, there's this high probability. It's basically statistically impossible that there is an other intelligent life. But how come we haven't fucking seen it? That's the paradox. But, I mean, what is keeping us from seeing this other intelligent life could be that, could be other things. It's all sorts of, like, societal stuff, you know, and we can only take it from the human perspective. There may be other species out there that exist that have literally no interest in space travel at all. The whole concept of space travel is fucking stupid. We don't have the tech. It's also true. We haven't even explored, like, what, like 1% of our galaxy? Welcome, galactic gardener. Sapient life has evolved and prospered in our galaxy. Help these civilizations to grow and find each other in the vastness of space-time, but beware, sometimes you have to prevent them from destroying themselves or others. Would you like to play the tutorial? Yes. Look, synthesis flares. Collect one of them with a click to continue space-time. Synthesis can be used to influence the outcome of important events and to develop civilizations. Click on a star system to take a closer look. See how the human civilization is doing so far. The people of Earth are not doing very well. Tech level. Humanity developed digital technology and simple spaceflight. The many people of Earth need fair access to food and commodities. Resources. The planet's environment and natural riches are diminishing fast. A global nuclear war on Earth could result in the death of billions. Ethics, social injustice, and exploitation on a global scale moves society slowly towards dystopia. Look, more flares. You can choose different outcomes now. Either improve the humans' ethical values a bit, or generate some synthesis to use later, or even decrease ethics to gain much more synthesis. Civilization values can be changed in many ways. Ethics, harm, resources, population, tech level, okay. Chance. Got it. With the passing of space-time, each civilization will undergo major events that can change the trajectory of their society. Humanity just reached one of these events. Let's see what they're up to. Human nations, consumption and soul. To provide the humans with industrial meat products, their nations raise livestock inside factory farming complexes all over the globe. Furthermore, the meat animals emit massive amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere of Earth. Domesticated chickens and cattle may well be an evolutionary success story, but they are also among the most miserable creatures that ever lived. Ooh. Yeah. Click on one of the possibilities to see the outcome of your choice. Some options will generate synthesis and some will cost synthesis. Choose wisely. Click on the continue arrow to confirm your choice. Humans change their food consumption habits within a generation to completely plant-based diets. You have a fantastic day at work, my sweet Aether. Regular development. The nations of Earth start to tax meat products, turning them into luxury goods. But the taste of the privileged for animal products still leads to relatively high energy and land consumption. Meat consumption is a central part of human consumer culture, and the meat lobby has a massive influence on the nations of Earth. I would like to do regular development. Click on the navigation arrow up to go back to the galaxy overview. Now comes the interesting part. Not only the fate of humanity is in your hand, but all civilizations in the galaxy. The galaxy is your garden. It would take a great amount of care. Hard decisions have to be made so that all species can survive and flourish. Prun Dominus. Oh, those weird fellas. Okay. The genderless prun, four-eyed horse-like humanoids, developed over millennia from a peaceful nomadic herd to a complex society inhabiting small bases on the inner planets of the Galactic system. Ooh. Despite their technological and ability to colonize the planets in their solar system, the prune are unaware of their human neighbors. The prune are capable to travel to other planets of their star system, but did not manage to construct an interstellar vessel so far. Memes full of misinformation spread like wildfire among the prune. I also love the artwork. In the Glace system, a major dominion falls from the influence. The prune grow to fear their ruthless supervisor. The prune develop new media to communicate the history of their civilization. That's their tech. The prune mourn the death of a great fusion engineer who leaves behind an important legacy. Galise is sending signals into space. We come in peace. The scientists of Galise estimate that there are many developing civilizations among the stars, and it would be wise to send them a peaceful message before they pick up other disturbing radio artifacts from the Galise system. When looking back on the long history of the human species as a spacefaring civilization, we can conclude that the four most terrifying words in their language were "We come in peace." Ryle Shoshani, Transspecies Archivist, Alpha Andromeda Cluster. Wait, what? I guess it's because we just didn't use it a lot. Or something like that. Signal boost. We come in peace. Silence. Regular signal. I want to do a signal boost. Prune scientists make sure that a message of peace is sent to all potentially inhabited star systems in the galaxy. A major prune solar colony grows significantly in size and influence. Their population is real low, but it is rising now. I would like to deal with their harm. It's a pretty wild concept that we have the same concept of peace. Yeah, no, that is wild. Prune robotic infantry lay down their energy rifles and abandon the art of war. On Galise C, Prune planetary engineers established new resource management methods. Ethical values. I really don't need to worry about the resources. The Prune developed new media to communicate the history of their civilization. Ah, yeah. We want to increase their population. An influential Prune solar colony becomes a trade hub for the entire Galise system. I'll take a random. Prune establishes a new dominion. Yes! Charismatic Prune supervisor rises to power in the Galise system. Human nations development event. A great war threatens Sol. Shit. Maybe we should have paid some attention to humans. The Space Horse people interested me. I'm sorry. Human military factions are outsourcing more and more combat operations to private military companies. Plausible deniability from clients in the absence of government oversight result in rampant military conflicts around the world. Who dares win? That's a kind of a fucked statement, yeah. Total war. I want peace. I want peace for the people. Contracted military officials facilitate black market supply chains, which are exposed in a major scandal invoking international fury. The save face nations are pressured to ban private military enterprises. Yes. Senior officials within the ranks of military companies were vilified for illegal weapons trafficking on Earth, and the momentum seeded from this initial blowback eventually put an end to PMCs. Humans never received any signals from an extraterrestrial civilization and are wondering if they are alone in the galaxy. Oh. Resource scarcity. We need to help them with that. Environmental protection measures enacted by human ecologists restore a industrial livestock pasture on Earth. Let's take the question. Production of a new line of drones begins on Earth. What does that mean? That doesn't sound good or bad. What can we lose here? Population. We could lose population. A massive hurricane destroys a large metropolitan area on Earth. We don't want to lose tech. We don't want to lose ethical values. Could we defend ourselves against an alien invasion? Let's increase our ethical values. Humans develop new media to communicate the history of their civilization. More ethical values. We need more ethical values. New design principles inspire the humans to modernize the appearance and function of everyday objects. I like the way this game plays. The Prun are creating highly attractive android models capable of satisfying every thinkable sexual appetite and being romantic substitutes for the lonely. Will the use of these love machines be the end of interpersonal relationships in the Gleese system? I've been making a man with blonde hair and a tan, and he's good for relieving my tension. Dr. Frankenfurter, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That is bullshit. CS Cross, you are a very lovely person. I will not have you say mean things about yourself in front of me or behind me. Either way, fucking be nice to yourself. The Prun create as many pleasure bots as they can and interact with them obsessively. With zero interest in real sex, there's a massive drop in population. Despite Dominion mandated bans on sex bots, many prunes satisfy their lust with black market models, and the population declines slowly. To the side, bitch, don't fucking. Let's do regular development. Everybody needs to get a little fuck on once in a while. All right, it's cool. Plus now we got wow, holy shit, that was a huge fucking drop. A major prune colony grows significantly in size and influence. Jesus Christ. Prune robotic infantry lay down their energy rifles and abandon the art of war. The Prun mourn the death of a beloved supervisor. Jesus Christ. Prun robotic infantry lay down their assault rifles, abandon the art of war. Okay, we can see a drop in their ethics for a big increase in synthesis. I'll take it. Because it's a 1% drop for a huge increase everywhere else. Let's go with technology. On Galicia, the work of a remarkable astrophysicist is widely circulated among the Prune. They have so much resources, it's kind of a joke not to take the resource scarcity thing. Wow, that was a huge drop. Never mind. Alright, after this round of choices, I think I'm gonna switch to another demo. I've got the idea for this and I love it. I would love to play this. Religious preachers on Earth use television networks to cultivate large followings among the human population. The broadcasts wander through the vacuum of space, perhaps even reaching within reach of other civilizations. As you use your faith, God is going to wipe out your credit card debts. Okay. Jeez. All right. I would love to, wait. Humans soon realize many of the television priests only manipulate their worshippers while shrouding their own financial records behind church protection laws. Religious broadcasting is severely restricted on Earth. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't want fucking televangelism. The fuck are you on about? I don't want to increase the Earth population. If we ever meet alien life form, will they be similar to our meat livestock and disgusted by humanity for breeding and eating creatures like them? Well, I mean, kinda. Turn down the growth rate of humans a little bit more. Don't want to lower my ethical values once powerful government falls on Earth. Yes, raise tech level. Circle. A bustling human metropolitan area becomes a center of trade and commerce. Raise ethical values. Enjoy an enchanting new style of video game. Hey, that's pretty dope. I like that. More ethical values. New design principles inspire the human to modernize the appearance and function of everyday objects. And now, prune development events. Galice is building spaceships. Alright, this is the last thing I'm going to do. Interstellar migration. Many prune live in squalid solar colonies and overcrowded space stations with no future for their offspring on Galice C. They secretly repurpose discarded ships in preparation for a journey to the Sol System. Yo! They're going to the Sol System. That's pretty dope. I would love to do Epic Project. I don't have the synthesis for it though, so regular development. Impoverished prune convert a transport vessel into a fully functional colony ship. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and end it here. Nope. Come, let me leave. Okay, fine. I will fucking do it this way. I'll do it the hard way. You fucking made me. I love the Fermi paradox. It is a very interesting looking game, and I